says it starts in 5 minutes. At 20:35.
Easy for you to say.
All right, so we can start, but it's 5 minutes before the YouTube people can join.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you mean?
Now it has started. All right. Okay. No, I actually saw a countdown.
Oh.
Hello, Lisa and Michelle. So now I have to look, how can I, last time it was possible.
I'm trying to find a live one too here on the iPad so I can see people, and I'm not seeing it.
There we go. I found it. So Lisa and Michelle and Susie are here. So hello to you guys.
Hello. I'm still not seeing it on my iPad.
And A Beautiful Life is here as well. So hello to you.
Come on, show up on here. Yeah, it's not fair. Well, I can't see, but that's typical.
Oh,
well,
now
hello,
we see you, Don.
Oh.
I see you on YouTube now.
I've got to get Aviary. Let's see, wait a minute. Participants. Come on, click, do something. There we go.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. What are you sorry about?
Because now I can change your camera.
Yes, you can.
I actually just tried to pin you. Oh yeah, now I can do it. So
there we go. Get my hand in front of the camera.
Now
That's
you
typical.
should be visible for everyone.
Hi friends, welcome to Cockatoo, Cockatoos with Attitude. And today, taking the place of our dear friend down here is Jasmine, who has officially now started doing the Peachy song.
Oh, she's doing the Peachy song.
Yep, she is. It's not exactly the same frequency. I know it's not the same. What am I trying to say? She can't do the same vocals, but it's the same beat, and it's obvious that she's imitating it. So.
Oh, Jasmine. Oh, that's lovely. See, I thought somebody would pick it up. I just had a feeling that one of them would do it, and
You're
that's
such a
that's
cutie,
so
Jessie.
sweet. Oh, Jasmine,
well,
you go.
It was so close this morning when I was taking her out of the cage and she did it that I actually said beautiful song to her.
Oh, because I've heard her do sort of beeps and squeaks and things before that sounded sort of similar, but you reckon this one was actually a proper full-blown imitation of the Peachy song. That's lovely.
Mm.
Yes, it was a full-blown one, you know, and at her tone, I mean, she used a tone that was similar, and then she just went, I mean, just perfectly timed imitation, yeah.
Oh, Jasmine, you precious girl.
Yeah, she is. She wants to make Don happy.
She's
Jessie.
got a pink lady in Don's lap for the live stream, and she does Peachy songs. So we have a Peaches impersonator.
Mm.
Yeah, we do. I'm still not seeing us online. I have no idea why I can't see the video. Maybe I should get out of it and go back into it. 9 times out of 10, if you just back out and go back into your channel. There it is.
We can see you fine.
Yeah, I like to be able to see what people are chatting about, though. It's the chat that I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh, turn off the volume, Don, so you don't have to hear that from here.
Echo.
Yes, there is a chant from the Basque area that's like that echo, echo, Azarak, echo, echo, Samlak. I remember that from being a kid. Hi, Falcon Sue. Hi, Susie Q, Lisa, Michelle. Hi, A Beautiful Life. Hello. In my lab today, we have the jazz bird who now does the actual, she actually does an imitation of the Peachy song. And it's pretty close. And that's where I said beautiful song to her without even realizing what I was doing. She took me aback by doing it, didn't you, girl?
So do me and Anne-Marie have to start beeping at Jasmine now?
That might be, you might have to. I don't know. But that's good. I'm glad we still have that song around here. As a memory anyway. Hi, baby.
What a sweet girl. Such a good girl,
She
Jasmine.
is. She is a good girl.
And she's not climbing around and being being naughty.
No.
She's being a good girl and staying put.
She has learned that when she does that, she gets taken out of the room, so she doesn't want to do that anymore. She'd rather be here, you know? Wouldn't you, girl?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you? And she's acting a lot like Peaches, although Peaches would not stand that tall, but she's pretty much sitting where Peaches would sit, and maybe we'll get a Peachy song out of her. Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Well, Jasmine
you are
Peach was she a role model for you, Jazz? A Peachy role model?
Yeah, I was working last night on this is not a short project like most of my videos. I'm working on the documentary about Peaches, which doesn't have a name yet. I'm just calling it A Peachy World, but that's not what it's going to end up with, I don't think. But so I went through the first video, which was about her, and I did major edits to try to get it down to the spots that we might want to put into the video at some point. I still have to write the narration and then go back and do the script. But that was something else going through that. And she did a wonderful Peachy song at the end. When I was telling her to say goodbye to everybody, which is not a word she really cared for, but she did do a Peachy song.
Oh, we love that song.
Oh, yeah.
I bet with all the hours of video you've got on, if we did a Peachy song supercut, it would probably go on for an hour.
It could, easily. And she did several of them a day, generally speaking, because she was a happy girl. Right, Jazz? Jazz goes, I don't know. I can pet her a little more than the other birds. Main reason being she's not mated to me, and she's like totally fixated on Debbie, so I don't have to worry too much. I'm not going to overdo it, but petting her isn't going to take her fixation on Debbie away. But we're good friends. That's what we want to be. Beep, 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 beep. You know how to do that, don't you, baby? You can do the song, can't you? That probably reinforced it pretty strongly when I said a beautiful song to her without even realizing what I was doing. So.
Oh, that's right, Pippa.
That's right, Pep, Pep. Yeah, the lighting in here probably looks more like sunlight. I got grow lights on the two big plants in here, so. Pretty high tech for something that's relatively cheap, but. Hi, Doris. Hi, Spirit Matter. Yeah. I did most of my crying this morning, so I should be okay for the meeting. But it's funny, when I was doing the video last night, going through and looking at it, I didn't even feel like crying because she was right there. It was like I was still seeing her.
There's a question from Lisa. She wants to know which brand of pellets you give the parrots.
Yeah, that'll definitely throw you. Okay, Lisa. There was a problem. Okay, I'll just name the three. They get Harrison's, they get Zupreme, the fruit blend, and then they get the Missouri that's meant for zoos. Not the one that comes with the different size pellets, but it's the one size pellet that's meant for zoos. So they get three, and that way they've got a variety, and they're all good for them. So, and then in their muffins, they get the Missouri and the Harrison's, and the same thing in their mash. They get Missouri and Harrison's. They don't get the Zupreme in there though. The Zupreme is more for color and variety. That way, if they develop a desire for one particular color over another, a slight difference flavor, they have something they can eat. So. But Harrison's is the primary pellet, and then the other two, they get about an equal amount of the other two. Which I would say, what I give them, they eat about 10%, and the rest goes into a bag. And what I do is every Sunday, they get, see, at night when they're going to sleep, I have a bag that I put the old pellets from from a week. It'll gather up to a week in there, and that goes into their pellets at night. So they have a lot of something in there. If for some reason something happens to me, they have plenty of food for the morning. And then on Sundays, it's all fresh. And the other stuff I retire to an emergency bag in case we have to book out because there's a fire or something. So you moved. I got to move this now. So that way I have some emergency food that's all ready to go. It's a little stale, but not enough to be really a big problem if we had to move. So. So they actually get three different pellets. Thank you, Doris. These guys are all feeling it too, especially him. Cecil. This is not the most expensive tripod, so it makes noise when I move it around. I think I paid $35 for that tripod. A good tripod's about $200, $300, but yeah, he can see her pictures over there. I've got pictures of our birds that have passed on that screen, and there's quite a few of Peaches, and he'll sit there and watch that screen for a while. And then he'll mope around in his cage. He did destroy his toys from yesterday, so those I've got a lot of toys to make today. I've got a lot of toy destruction from yesterday. Whether it's frustration or what, they're tearing their toys up pretty hefty right now. That keeps me working. What are you doing up there? What are you doing? What do you think you're doing, Jazz? You're gonna sit on my shoulder? Are you? Yes, and so many people say, don't let them sit on your shoulder, because they'll get dominant. There's no dominance in parrots, so that would be unique for them to do something they don't do.
Jessie on the shoulder. Are you a Jessie shoulder bird? Such a shoulder bird.
That's like
there's another question. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Chewy or so? This is an online store, and they want to know if the pellets are available there, or where do you get them from?
Let's see. I use Chewy for what I can. I haven't checked to see if they have Missouri. The last time I bought Missouri, I found it relatively cheap on Amazon. But I do use Chewy for the Zupreme, and I usually hunt around to find the best price on the Harrisons because it's way overpriced. It's good stuff. Don't get me wrong, but it's easily double the price of another brand. So I think last time I got it from My Bird store because he had it for, what was it, 115 for a 25-pound bag. Anywhere else you look, it's close to 200. So I usually look around for that. I think it is available on Amazon, and I don't know if Chewy has it, but Chewy's fine. They're good. Their shipments are great too. They usually get you something within a day or two. They run out of things, but they've got good good shipping, and they make sure everything's in a box. Do whatever you do, don't order anything from Petco. I tried that one time. I'll never do it again, because what they did is they took a bag as it was, put a label on it, and shipped it. Didn't even put it in a box. So, no, nothing from Petco.
Yeah. And Spirit would like to know how the name Missouri is spelled.
Mazuri.
Okay, I hope that has helped.
Yeah, and the Missouri, they have ones for large parrots.
Thank you, Eleanor.
It's the large parrots. It's the one that's specifically for zoos, and it's a single size pellet. And they do like those. You see them eating them. Almost all the birds here will eat those too, along with the Harrisons. So, the variety helps too. So, I mean, they're all supposed to have everything they need. Like that's going to happen, but they're supposed to. So. And I tried to remember to look down now that I can actually see what people are saying on YouTube. But
oh, Jessie, do you have a really cute crest? Little feather malfunction she had.
She looks so adorable up there.
Yeah. Oh, she really does the peachy thing now.
Beautiful song.
I think she is that smart to know that you are sad because of Peaches, and now she tries to do things Peaches did to cheer you up.
She may just be that smart. I mean, we know they're as smart as chimpanzees. And smarter in some ways.
Yeah, well, they are probably very smart. I mean, they found out fishes can drive cars. So when fishes can drive cars, I don't want what these guys can do. If you give them the
Babaloo said that he can drive you nuts, right, Bob? He has been such a sweetheart to me. The only thing that's got both Cecil and Bob fixated now is I take this large, it's a round container. It's like for shop stuff, but it stands about 2 feet tall, and inside that I have a mosquito wand, so I can kill the mosquitoes outside, because we get quite a few of them. And they're, boy, just after it. They want to eat that. I've got to get another one of those big containers, because they want to eat that, and they're focused on it. And then when I take out that mosquito racket, boy, they're just all trying to get that. But they like the light show when it gets a group of mosquitoes, because that's pretty striking at 4,000 volts. There's a lot of snapping and zapping and sounds, and they like it. But they're pretty fixated on that right now. If I didn't have that out, Bob would just be sitting on my lap. But he and Cecil are like, how am I going to get in there, and how am I going to get that mosquito zapper?
Oh, Jasmine. Gorgeous girl.
She looks very adorable.
Look at the Jessie Jasmine.
She's pretty sweet, this one, aren't you? You're a sweet girl. Are you? Yep. You can see how dominant she is. Yeah. Not at all. Just looking around. Yeah, Inga, we all miss the Peach. She was something else. It's an amazing girl. And it didn't take very long for her. It didn't take long for her when she got to me, and we got her medical conditions taken care of. She came right out of her shell and started being the Peach. Yes, Lisa, that's the same address. Yeah. Yeah. Are you a tall bird? Are you a tall bird?
She looks pretty tall.
She does, yeah. Well, I think that most of the serums are built that way. We had a couple of exceptions. Peaches did not look tall because her neck, problems with her neck, and then Salamander, because of his twisted pelvis, doesn't look all that tall. But if you look at Peaches, you look at Sugar and you look at Jazz, they all look pretty tall. Both, I should say.
And other birds on YouTube, like Max and some of them, they're also tall.
Gotcha, Purple, yeah. They all, but now they really look all super individual for me, since I kind of have this bird view on the birds, so I see them as individuals now. I don't know, if you stare at them long enough, there comes the time you see them, the differences.
Yeah, once you've learnt to recognize them, you can't unrecognize them again.
Are you, Jessie? Yeah, the Shuk with her super, super long leggies. Shuk has extra long legs.
And there's feathers on her head that kind of look like a horned helmet.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I think the legs from Mender, we cannot see that good because he has to sit quite strange because of his pelvis.
Yeah, the twisted pelvis gives him a lower profile, and Peaches had it for the other reason, for her neck. So.
Look at the sweet Romeo in the background.
Hi, Romeo. Sleeping?
Cute little
foot
boy.
up. He's got
one
his
foot up. Yeah.
Well, let's take a look around. Let's see.
Yeah, let's take a look around.
Someone didn't lock that thing and it all fell over the second I touched it. There we go. There's the
Cecil. Cecil in the attic.
It's up on top today.
And there's what he sees over there. He can see when the pictures of, right now it's got Coco up on the screen, but you can see the pictures of Peaches. And he will sit there and look at her and look sad. Well, he's looking sad right now, but what are you doing there, Jazz? And the Babaloo, he's looking a little sad right now too. Usually he'd be getting into things, but he's been sad for a couple of weeks because he's been, watching her decline, I think. Usually he's a lot more active, and he hasn't been for the last couple of weeks. And the Snowball, looks like he's taking a nap. Now you can see I got to do toys today. They have just wiped them out, with the exception of Cause, who hardly ever chews on her toys. She's chewed a little bit on the bottom of that one, but that's about it. I mean, I could put that in the Cecil's cage temporarily, and she wouldn't even notice it was gone. She does play with some of her foot toys sometimes, but the hanging toys she ignores. And I made them with large pieces of wood and small pieces of wood, or mixed like this one is. She won't do it. You'd think she'd at least chew the finger traps. Nope. And Lorelei's done a pretty good job on that. I got to pull all the, what I do with the wood that's partially chewed is I use that.
Lorelei says hello back there. Hey, Lorelei, cute crest. That's right.
Usually she'll vocalize when she starts doing that. Lorelei, what you doing? Rat.
That's right.
Anyway.
Someone else is starting to vocalize. Hey, Mender. Which is Mender?
Back in the back is Sugar. Sugar back there. And then Pip. Pip.
Hey, Pip.
Pip.
That's right.
I know.
That's right.
I know.
The Lucy. Miss Popcorn.
Pop, pop, pop. Yeah, I've got to watch her one of these days when I'm playing Real Genius, because the end where the house gets blown up by popcorn, she's got to have some kind of reaction to that. And Romeo.
Oh, sweet boy.
Yeah, he comes over and lets me pet him in the aviary, but he won't usually let me take him out. I have to have either somebody else do it or I have to tell him. He just gets scared. And it all goes back to trying to give him alprazolam that one time. He just didn't like that, and that's the end of that. These guys, you can make one thing. If it's a mistake in their mind, it can stick. And
oh, Snowball's waking up.
Yep. He's letting me do his nails now. It takes me about a week to get through all of his nails, but because he'll let me do one or two or work on his beak for a little while, and then he'll basically tell me to stop. So I've got the back right inner nail to do, and then I got to do as many as I can on the other foot today, and then start over. I already got his beak, so. Hi, Carol. Yeah, beautiful life. They're very individual and have their own personality. Yeah, they do. I mean, strikingly so. Yeah. Sometimes it is such a difference in personality that you would think that they were a different species. The way they act. Like this guy right here, he likes to play frisbee. He likes to hang upside down, although he's teaching others. Today I actually caught on video Lucy doing the Skywalker thing in the aviary. She's starting to do it now.
Oh, Lucy.
Hi. Hey, Snowball.
We've seen Jasmine do it, but I didn't know Lucy was doing it.
It's her first time that I've seen. She did it this morning. Hi.
Wow.
Hi, Snowball. Hi, Snowball. Snowbird. Well, come on, Snowball.
I wait for the day dawn comes back, and then every bird in the aviary hangs on the ceiling.
Snowball. Snowbird, you were talking. Why did you stop talking?
Hey, Snow. Hey, Cozy. Hi, Cockatoo. Hi, Cockatoo. Snowball. Snowball.
I think Snowball and Cozzy want to have a little chat.
Yeah, they are cuties. Look at them.
Pretty songs. I think that was pretty songs. You did one after the other. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, secondary reinforcement there. Are we playing that game? He likes me to imitate him. Pretty song.
Oh, Jasmine. Beep, 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 beep.
Pretty song, Jasmine. Pretty song.
Oh, snowy bird. The Cozy is yawning constantly.
Pretty song, girl. Pretty song, Jazz.
We're getting all kinds of noises.
Oh, Cozy. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Cozy.
Pretty song, Jasper. No, he's trying to do it. He's doing it with kisses.
Oh, he's doing kisses. How sweet,
Oh.
Snowball.
And kisses from a snowball.
Pretty song, Taz. Pretty song. See, this is just the opposite of what they say, that they imitate. I'm the one imitating, and he's the one telling me what to do.
Hello, Aaron.
Aaron. Any more? Are you done now, Snowball? Is that it? Usually we go on with this until I can't imitate a sound he makes, and then he'll stop. Are you done? I guess so.
Does that mean you have lost the game?
Yeah. I usually lose that game. I'm
Cozy.
Looks like Cossy's about to start the skywalking routine.
Yeah.
gonna
She's
wait up and then-
imitating Snowball.
using your beak, hold yourself so you don't fall while you're moving around my shoulders. It's a little on the painful side there, girl. You have a sharp beak. But that's okay.
They're hanging on the cage in the same position.
Snowball ball.
There's Snowball.
Hi. Hello.
Oh gosh.
Hello.
Oh, my.
Hello. 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 Hello.
He has such a cute voice.
Guys, calm down now. Calm down. No ball. Hello. 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 Well, he's talking with his exhaling voice. He can talk with his inhaling voice. They don't sound anything alike. Hello, Snowball.
He's doing his good voice for the public.
Yeah, he is, because his other voice is like, Snowball. Hello. Hello. But he is focusing on what Peaches used to say. Hello. Because he has a wide vocabulary. He's saying
Can he
hello.
do the sassy hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Snowball. Hello. Yeah, I know you need a new toy. I know. You already chewed all the wood off that yesterday. That's a pretty sad looking toy. Should at least look like the one she has. You put a new toy in it, it'll stay for like a couple of days, and then I move them all around, but there's nothing to move around now. All of them have to come out, and I have to rebuild toys today.
Was Snowball's toy the same size as Cossy's when you started?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's just gone. There's nothing left.
And Cecil did the same thing. He had two toys. One was a little shorter, but he had two toys, and that's all gone. He just does two. And Bob did his. I mean, they're just eating toys like there's no tomorrow. Lucy is really slow on it though. And I mean, I could actually temporarily move her toy over to Bob and the other toy over to Cecil, and then get in here and get the rest of them made. Snowball, anything else to say? Are you done? Are you done? Snowball. Snowbird. Snowball. Snowbird. We don't usually get him to talk. He talks all day, but you put up a camera and you don't usually hear anything. I think this is the first time he's done a lot of talking on camera.
Thank you, Aaron, for your donation. I think we need to teach one of the birds to say thank you.
Yeah, we do.
How about Pippa? I think from that's right to thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the super chat, Aaron. Much appreciated. It'll go towards toys because I have more. I've got lots of toy ports now, but I'm going to burn through a lot of them today. What are you doing down there? Oh, foot toy. Okay. He is such a wonderful bird. He's one of those birds that, you know, I've had people say, well, I want a female umbrella because they're so cuddly. He is the cuddliest bird, but he also plays Frisbee and he's got a great vocabulary. He's just a wonderful bird. He only needs a small amount of Haldol. If you don't give it to him, he'll start chewing on his chest. But I caught it before it got advanced, and so he only needs 0.07. Pretty small dose. Right? He goes, yeah, well, whatever. Right, Snowball? You were going to play by yourself and I'm looking at you? All right, I can stop if that's what you want. What do you want? You don't want me to look at you anymore? Mm-hmm. Jazz, you can't eat my AirPods. What are you doing? Snowbird. Snowbird, that you're pulling my hair. Jasmine was pulling the hair out of my. I'm balding already, kid. You don't need to make it any stronger. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're gonna climb up on me.
Oh, a question about foot toys.
Yeah, I see that. Thank you. Well, you just want to make sure it's not something that they're going to hurt themselves with. So if it's plastic, you want it the kind of plastic that doesn't shatter into little tiny pieces. So like the ones I have in there. Snowball's got the one that's it's like a link for one of these chains, and then it has a ball on it. Those are nice. He's got one that's basically a PVC 45 with little pieces on each end and a loop that goes back and forth. But you'll find too that one of the things they like a lot, he's got a little paper bowl. You can see how he's chewed that. He's got holes all around it, and they like the paper cups, and you can see they play with them. Also the wiffle balls, the larger ones they like for the bigger birds. You can go with the small golf ball size for the smaller birds. The vine rings are good. They like vine rings. Some of them, he doesn't seem to care for it. But I tried putting one of these little grass mats in there. He doesn't seem to care for it much. So with foot toys, those little shoes, they like those where they can, the little tiny shoes, they're like for I don't know, they would fit maybe a baby monkey or something, really small shoes, but little tennis shoes, they like those. And then just chewing blocks of wood. Salamander likes these little cardboard squares. You think, well, you just throw cardboard in there. You can take a cardboard box and toss it in, pieces of it in there. He won't touch it. But you buy these things and he plays with them. You can see he's chewed one up and the other two are half gone. He also chews on the paper bowls. He likes those. And the Dixie cups, you can go with like the 8 ounce and then the little 4 ounce ones, and for variety. And I don't buy them because they're inexpensive. I buy them because they're easy to put in there. And if for some reason they've wiped out their toy thing, you can toss in a couple of those with a couple of other foot toys, and it'll usually keep them until you get the big toys made. Some of them like these little orange cardboard boxes that you fold up and you throw something in. Cecil likes those as a foot toy. You throw either an almond in there or a few small toys, so when they shake it, it rattles, and then he'll come up and hit you in the head with it. And then when he's done with that, he'll chew it up. So there are these little grass bowls. Some of them like those. They like their grass bowls. And then you can make toys like that by putting a small piece of wood, like a small piece of wood, and a plastic toy, a small piece of wood, a finger trap in there, and then you just kind of build a little toy and then tie it off using the leather strips, and they can play with those, and they like those. Lucy is fond of those. Aren't you, Luce? Where she won't play with the big toys, she will play with those. So she likes the foot toys. There's a lot of things you can do for foot toys. Just have to be careful. It's not something they can choke on. It's one of the things about toys. This guy, Snowball, one time he had, there was a company that actually sold these things. It was a little basket that you hang. Problem with the basket is anything that hangs and makes a loop, if they get through it, they can have it stuck around their neck, and that's what happened to him. So I don't buy anything that you can get their neck stuck through. And after that, it didn't hurt him. And there was no way he was actually going to hurt himself with it. He just got scared and started freaking out. So fortunately, I was here to see that. So no little baskets that they can hurt themselves with. If I do buy baskets, I cut the handle so that they can't possibly get stuck in it. You are going to pull all my hair out. I don't even have any hair, little one. Another thing is, like, half of a coconut shell, the ones that have drilled holes in them. I was going to get one, but I can't. They're good for hanging on toys, and also Cecil likes to take those things and bang his cage with them. So, although he can break a coconut, so if he really wants to, if you're going to keep pulling my hair, I'm going to tickle you. You know it, little girl. This
you
one
might
is pulling
need
my
to
hair.
tickle her. So Michelle is
Tickle.
asking what you think about rattan balls as foot toys, I guess.
Never used one, so I don't know. I get the ones that are they're made out of palm material, or they're made out of like twigs. I'm not even sure what kind of twigs they are. Where in the world do I have one of those? I didn't see one, and the reason I don't see one is I've got all my overstock on that is outside by the aviary. Basically, they're God darn it, can't talk today. The mouth doesn't work. I don't see one in here, and the reason I don't see one in here is they destroyed them all. I like them, but it's a ball made out of, I think it's palm material, but I couldn't swear to it. And so it's like a bunch of twigs that are interlaced in a ball shape, and then they like to pull those apart, especially Lucy. Lucy likes the smaller ones of those, the 2-inch ones, and then everybody else in here seems to like the large ones, the 4-inch ones. So
I would imagine rattan is pretty much the same as palm fronds, only maybe a bit firmer.
yeah, it's probably fine. I just haven't done it. If I haven't seen one and actually worked with it, I don't want to recommend it, but it's probably fine. Anytime you have something new you're trying, you want to observe and see how they deal with it. For example, these, come on, flip here. These loops, this is the material I'm talking about, okay? This is the kind of material they make the balls out of too. And see, he could, it's theoretically possible you can get that around their neck, but I've watched them, and if they do, they just shake it off. I've never seen a bird have a problem with that. But with a basket, they can step into the basket, then they can get that loop around their neck, and then they're stuck. And that's the problem. So that's why I wouldn't get a basket like that without cutting the handle, so that can't possibly happen. But I observe them when I try a new toy, and because you never know what these guys can figure out to do with them. I remember when Bob got him the cage he had for quite a while, which now is in storage, but he had the 507 King's cage, which is a big cage, right? And it says, it's parrot-proof feeding areas, right? So you're supposed to be able to put the thing in there, and the bird can't get it out. 5 minutes later, he had the door off. And what they do is on those, they have a 3 position. You move it, it is the down position, then you move it into the secondary position, then you got to move it up and over. Well, Bob figured out if you get it, he can get it, reach down and get it in the second position, but he couldn't get it in the third one. He didn't need to. He just grabbed the bottom of the door and just jiggle it and it would fall off. So I took a video of that and sent it to the owner of King's Cages and said, no, not parrot proof. So I used a chain across it so that he couldn't do that anymore. But so I had to actually, like, once I put the food in there, I had a chain and that I put across that had a quick link I could attach. But 5 minutes, that's all it took him to knock that door off. And of course, it was the water door, so water went all over the floor. I guess that was easier to clean up than trying to find all the food with a vacuum, but.
Must have been lots of fun for Bob to spill all his water everywhere.
Oh, he got a kick out of it. He wasn't even trying to get out. He was just looking at me like, well, I figured this one out really fast.
It'll
Didn't
be
you,
funny
Bob?
to watch the human clean up all the mess I made.
Another one who's good at that is Cecil, but he's in a California cage, so he's not going to knock the food out of there. Best designed cage in the world, and unfortunately, they don't make them anymore. And the only thing is that this one went through the fire, so they had to have, somehow we lost the door, so I had a company make it, and they screwed up and put rounded corners. You can't have rounded corners because they could get their heads caught in there. So I had to jury rig it so he can't get his head stuck in there. And he can't. I mean, there's no way. He can't move that. That is secured by the securities you're going to get. So, and then with Bob, I found these bowls that have the screws in the middle so that you could, once you put the bowl in there, you can tighten it down so that you can't get the bowl out. Otherwise, he just had the bowls everywhere. And this, I changed their, obviously I haven't changed the paper today. I changed their paper, and he gets paper in his cage, because if I don't put the paper in there, he'll pull the paper from down below. I don't know how he gets it. I've never actually seen him reach it, and it's not sticking up. The paper down below isn't, but he will get it, and he will make a huge mess. And so I put that paper in there and change it twice a day. But I'm changing it once we're done with this live stream, and then I'll change it again tonight. So. And with Pippa, she doesn't have bars on the bottom of her cage. So what I do is I go through, there's paper stacked in there, and I go through her cage. Every time I walk by there, if I see any poop, I pull that piece of paper out, I cut the poop out of it, and I throw it in the trash can that's right next to her cage. So she may have a drop of poop in there for a half hour or an hour, but that's about it. I get it right out of there because she doesn't have bars on the bottom of that cage. At some point, I'm going to have bars made for it, but if I ever get the time to settle down and get some other things done.
Oh, Cossy.
Someone has decided she doesn't want to eat
super
my
cutie
hand.
today, and the Jazz sitting on the shoulder.
Such a good Jasmine.
Hi, Jazz, my baby.
Yeah, but Cossy is awake and interested in everything you do at the moment, Don.
Yeah, she usually is. This one really she just hangs on my every word.
Yeah.
If I'd only had her
She's a
around
cutie.
to train my wives, I'm just kidding, of course.
And she
Cossy's always
likes,
watching.
I think, sitting next to Snowball. Snowball?
Yeah, they seem to have a nice friendship, those two.
Yeah, they do. That's one of the reasons I tried to get them there. A problem is that where Lorelei is, I had to hang something because Lorelei and Cause don't get along.
Kind of funny to think that little Cos could threaten Lorelei, but she can.
Well,
Cause can get big Bobaloo into trouble.
it's just like the movie Gremlins, I mean, you just don't want to feed her after
Cossy.
midnight. when she changes, boy, it's like 1 minute she's there, the next minute she's an attack bird.
Yes, we're talking about Lula. You're a lion, course. Are you a little lion? And sometimes. Most of the time she's statue, course.
Yeah, most of the time she's just a happy girl bouncing her head up and down. Right, Cause? Right, Causey? Bounce
Now
the
it
head.
looks everyone is going to sleep. So Snowball, Lorelei is looking quite snoozy. Babaloo is in preening mode.
What's Sugar doing?
Sugar is, let me get the phone out of here. Sugar looks pretty alert.
Hey, Shug. Oh, look at that long sugar legs.
That's another tall word, isn't it? Are you tall, Sugar?
Yeah, she's super tall. But Manders, he is tall. It's just he could be even taller. He is a pretty huge cockatoo.
He just kind of crouches when he sits.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't blame him when you see the X-rays. It's pretty scary. As Jenkins said, he can't quite figure out how he survived whatever happened to him. But he does well. I mean,
he was probably just hatched like that, rather than having had something happen to him. Do you reckon?
It's he does. We don't know. I mean, he took 8 X-rays, and he said whatever it was, it happened a long time ago. It might have been while he was still forming in the egg, and it might have been right after he came out. But he figured it had to happen within the first couple of months of, either in the egg or after. So
the thing is, the parrot birds know how to roll the eggs in the right position every time, so the chick can develop properly. While the breeder, when he says, "Oh, I have to go out today," and doesn't care about the egg that might be tried. Damage in development for the bird.
Because the incubators are supposed to turn the eggs, but if they turn the eggs at the same time that the parents would turn the eggs, we don't know.
Yeah, don't get me talking about incubators. So you need to get rid of these breeders. They're not saving a species, they're just making money. That's all they're doing. Some of them think they're doing. They think they're doing something good, but they're not. Pip pip, pip 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 pip. What's up, Pip? Yeah. What's up, Pippa? Yeah.
Because she's throwing in comments all the time. So from the background, so that's right. Pip pip pip.
That's right. That's right.
Pip pip pip, pip pip pip. That's right. Right, Pippa.
And I think she now says Pippa girl.
Pippa girl. Pippa girl. Jazz, are you giving me a massage or are you just moving back and forth from one shoulder to the other? I can't tell which, one or the other. Hi, Pippa. Pip, 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 pip. I know, you're a good girl, Pippa. You're a good girl. What are you doing there? What's up? Jasmine, what are you doing? What's the Jazzy doing? Try to slide this back in here. There we go. What's the Jazz doing? What's she up to? You've been pretty quiet this whole time. You have. Yeah, I know. You like the shoulder. I know.
Jessie. Are you a silly, goofy Jessie?
She's pretty silly, aren't you?
At least sometimes.
Fun to have around.
She has fun. Oh yeah, she likes being shoulder bird.
Yeah, I agree with Michelle. Send all the breeders to a desert island. You know, there's another place you could send them. It's called the Marianas Trench. The deepest point in the ocean, right? That'd be a good place for them to go. Then
well, we don't know what lives there, so maybe we disturb really nice animals there. So
not for long. because you won't survive long. And I don't care what kind of
Yeah.
submarine you got, you aren't going to survive. So.
No.
What do you think down there, kid? She's decided to go to my lap. Hey, Romeo.
He's napping too. And Lucy is sitting so cute on the floor of her cage.
Yeah, she seems to like sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one, Aaron. Draw and quarter. That's what monster trucks are for, right? Yeah, draw and quarter. Or you could put them in an Iron Maiden up against the wall and just, anyway. Different things to do to breeders, right? Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? Do you have anything to say?
Beep, 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 beep.
Beep, 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 beep. I'm glad you learned that one, Jazz. I'm glad that you're going to at least keep it going here.
I wish we knew whose smoke detector it was that originated the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so do I.
They
Somebody
must have
wasn't
been.
changed.
They must have been pretty shocked when it went off, and then they were like, "Oh my god, my smoke detector's going off," and then they fixed it, and then it went off again. Only it wasn't. It was a bird.
You've done terribly well. I can't believe how you just kind of sat through this. I really can't, because usually she can't sit still. When she's on me, she's got to be doing something. And she's done really well today. Good girl. Good girl. Showing everybody how dangerous it is to have a parrot on your shoulder. Yeah. Really dangerous.
Especially this parrot. Especially the Tasman parrot.
Yeah, you could easily lose all the hair on your head. She loves to pull hair out. I don't know what that's all about. She does, don't you? Don't you, girl?
And she must have pretty good balance now, because she can balance on one of your fingers.
Yep.
Just
So
she
reminding
makes a
everybody.
lot of progress.
In
Sorry?
November, probably November 1st, we're going to have a special meeting, and it's going to be about stories
Oh,
about.
welcome. A Beautiful
birds.
Life has become a member. Hello.
Oh, thank you.
And thank
A
you for
Beautiful
becoming
Life.
a member.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have a meeting about grief. So we're going to, if you want to talk about your companions that passed away and kind of commiserate with everybody else and help to become a good, what's the word? I can't think of it now. Yeah, well, that figures.
somewhere
Been
we
one of
can
those
support
days.
each other.
Yeah.
And people can write in if they have any stories about their birds that they want to share, then they can either write in and one of us can read it out on the stream, or you can come into the Zoom and tell it yourself, or whatever you'd like to do.
It's called Apprentice to Sorrow. You got to be a good apprentice to sorrow, which doesn't mean turning away from it. Much as it's easier to try to turn away, it's not going to help. Because you can't feel the joy if you can't feel the sorrow. Isn't it right, kid?
Once you work through the sadness, then you can look back on the happy times and feel happiness instead of sadness.
Yeah, I was doing that last night, looking at Peaches in that first video. And going through and cutting out all the little explanatory things about this and that, and just making a video that I could use to work with the upcoming video. This is going to take a while. I went ahead and signed up for Storyblocks, the full version of it. So I've already got lots of 4K video of forest and other things that I think we're going to use for the video. So I'm just collecting all of that, getting ready to start writing a narrative, and then I'll turn it into a script using Final Draft and see where it ends up. I shot the first sequence, but I'm going to do the audio for that. And I probably won't do that right away. So, because I still have more I want to put in there. I want to get more background so I can add it. But that's part of the grieving process. But I also think that she had a story to tell the world. So.
She sure did. She touched a lot of lives.
Jazzy nuts. I'll give you guys one more run around of the birds, and then we'll see you next time. Whoops, I can't do that with my face in the screen. No, that doesn't work. There's the Cecil and the Babaloo. Keep in mind, he's not normally this quiet. This is not normal. And the one you actually got to see talk today is Snowball and the Cosy Girl. The Manderbird. Lorelei, it's a big yawn, tapping her ear and yawning. There's the Sugarbird and the Pip Pip. Pip Pip Pip, huh? The Lucy Bird. The Romeo. That's Coco on the screen right now and a memorial. And then Peaches. Thank you all for coming, guys. Much appreciated having you here, and welcome A Beautiful Life as a new member. And we'll see you all again soon.
Thanks for the stream, Don.
Oh, thanks for being here. Anna Marie.